Your thoughts about the suicide prevention hotline going dark this week?
I think it's quite literally criminal. I mean, it's one of the kinds of decisions that you're like, there's no good reason for it. It doesn't matter what reason you ever put towards it, or say it's the reason it's happening. It's never going to be justified. It is only hurtful. And it feels like it's only being done in order to make a point, like Alexis just said, of like, we're getting rid of this because we want to make sure that certain people understand that they're not welcome here.
I think that's exactly the point that's being made by the Trump administration. And I love seeing Jim Parsons, which many of you will know is previously having been Sheldon on The Big Bang Theory and young Sheldon, pointing out that the Trump administration changing around the funding for the suicide prevention hotline is specifically targeting LGBTQ plus people. That's what they're doing. We've previously done reporting on this. You can watch those clips, but we do want to let everyone know about this. And it's also why I'm really glad that someone with as much, as high profile as Jim Parsons is bringing attention to this. It's not something that gets talked about a lot, but they had a thing called the Press 3 option. So there's a variety of different numbers that you can call, people that you can talk to in the general area of suicide prevention. But there was this pilot program that had funding for a number of years, specifically taking people from the LGBTQ plus community and matching them up with people who have particular expertise in dealing with those concerns. Now that money has been moved away from that. It's something that the Trump administration did, which honestly in hindsight really wasn't gonna surprise a lot of people. Anything DEI, anything woke, anything accepting or inclusive has been targeted. And so this seems like another one of those. Now, they put out a statement at the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services saying, everyone who contacts the 988 Lifeline will continue to receive access to skilled, caring, culturally competent crisis counselors during all of this. And in a general sense, that's true. And by the way, I'm sure that person, whoever made that statement, cares about all these communities and is probably worried that if they say the wrong thing, literally all of their funding will be taken away. The issue is that the generalized funding is still there, but the funding from people who have special expertise and are best positioned to help certain people, that has been taken away. And there's been no good excuse given for that. It just seems like they don't want to do anything that would be seen as being nice or kind or compassionate or understanding to people in the LGBTQ plus community. That's what it feels like. And you can go beyond that. And I think a lot of people fear they don't care if these people take their lives. That's my fear. They really don't seem to care about this. Now I'm going beyond Jim Parsons in that, but it really does feel like that. I don't know, Sharon, what do you make of this?
Well, I'm gonna go beyond it too, because I think that's exactly the point. We know that people in a certain class are targeted into suicide, basically. We know that this is actually happening. Young people who are ostracized or worse are killing themselves because of this. So for you to take away the people who specialize in saving these lives, it makes me think, and I think there's good cause to think that you want to exterminate people. I think that's real. And I don't think that's too harsh of a word to use. It's beyond cruel. It's saying we really want to rid society of people like you.
Yeah, and again, it feels like a continuation of the right's like knowing intentional turn a few years back to just be like, we're gonna use anti-trans stuff to paper over all of our differences. We're gonna use it as an excuse or a distraction from all the stuff we're doing economically, the money we throw to billionaires, the little that we do to help out regular people. Don't worry about that. We're screwing over all these people that you don't like. And it's fundamentally fascistic. The finding these outgroups, particularly along sexual grounds, and just hyper targeting a crusade against them. You can see that across different societies. It's the playbook that they're using right here. But I don't want to end on that down note. I want to at least end with an organization that does care about these people's lives and is trying to do everything they can to save lives. That's the Trevor Project, which was one of the organizations involved with this pilot initiative. Their CEO, James Black, put out a statement about the program ending, saying, "We received official notice that the Trump administration has ordered the closure of the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifelines LGBTQ LGBTQ plus youth specialized services program. This means that in 30 short days, the program that has provided life-saving services to more than 1.3 million young people will no longer be available for those who need it. This is devastating to say the least. Suicide prevention is about people, not politics. The administration's decision to remove a bipartisan, evidence-based service that has effectively supported a high-risk group of young people through their darkest moments is incomprehensible. And they apparently have done more than 231,000 crisis contacts since just last year alone. Now, the Trevor Project continues. Other organizations like this do continue. Specialized help is out there. It's just gonna be needlessly more difficult to find now that this program has been shut down. So congratulations, Donald Trump, the MAGA movement. What great Christians you are.